I'm lucky enough to get on another bike ride today. I did a bike ride yesterday. I came up through that valley up to this road right here, and then up on those hills there, the foreground hills, there was the first gravel road that I tried that I had never been on before. Didn't make it very far because the road was not good for the bike I had, but anyway, this is the area that I'm at. And I'm in this rest area that has not been maintained for a long time, but it's here and you can park here. So I've parked here. I've got my mountain bike today. I don't know if I'm making it out to that road that was on that hill, but I am going up the highway a little bit and I'm catching a gravel road. So that's my plan today, is just gravel riding, except for the little bit I have to go on the road to get there. Look at those wind-blown clouds up there. They're all over on this side of the sky. There's a meadowlark. You can see its yellow chest. That's my favorite bird. Found this tunnel. Just holds up this hill. I don't know why. I'm sure this land was used a long time ago, but it's an actual stone tunnel. I've covered it with cement at some point, but it goes through, and you can actually see that it's stone. It's just covered with cement inside too, but pieces of it are falling down. That is so cool. Wonder how long ago this was built and why. It almost makes me think there was a road up here at one point that they were leveling out. But the road now is over here. My bike is parked next to the road. So that's bypassed now. There's this old cinder block building that I've stopped at and eaten lunch on the stoop of, doorstep, whatever. And it looks like it's being used for target practice. There's the front. Last time I was in here, or when I was eating dinner here, there was not cow poop everywhere. There were a couple of dead deer bodies back in the back. I don't see anything now. I see a couple bones, but anyway, it's nice and shady. Oh, this side's even worse for target practice. They actually have targets painted on the building and in the window. We used to live over here on that mountain that's got the shadow on it, the dark one. We used to live on that mountain in our RV. And then we lived across the valley on the mountains that are blocked behind this one that's got a shadow on it in a cabin. There goes someone driving super fast, kicking up all the dust. They don't care if people are there. And I forgot to bring my buff. So this mountain that I lived on, the whole mountain burned in 2011, with the exception of a few little spots they were able to save, like this tree in the foreground there, just the one tree. That one didn't get hit. And then at the very top, you can see this group of trees that survived and this group of trees that survived. there's very few spots where the trees survived. The rest of it burnt to the ground, took the houses. There weren't a whole lot of houses out here at the time. There's a lot going on now, but at the time there just wasn't much. And even what's here now is a lot of RVs. But there are more cabins now than there used to be back when it burnt down. We lived here in 2018 on this mountain to 2022. And it was just barely starting to grow back then from that fire. And there, it's spring, so these trees that are coming back now are scrub brush, or scrub oak rather, sorry. And they're coming back pretty well, but it's spring, just barely, so nothing is green yet. But the juniper trees don't grow back on their own. That's the groups of trees I was showing you. They don't grow back on their own. So like this guy here with all the trees, he's planted those after the fire. Oh, that's nice. It's huge. That's new since the last time I've been on this road. I have a second one of these bags. I keep my phone in here. I have a second one that I could put over here, and I could put snacks in it, and I've been trying to figure out how to have access to snacks. And I finally realized I could put a bag in there. So I've got grapes in there right now. And I need to remember to grab the other bag so I can set that there. So that'd be much easier because it can fall out once there's not much in there. But for now it'll work. Here comes someone in their dust cloud. There are trees that burnt on the edges and in sections, but a lot of these junipers actually made it on this side. I'm just climbing a hill, so I'm way out of breath. But I just saw all this metal. There's a car, there's a bunch of tractor implements. They're all metal. These were burned in the fire. This is what's left of them. I'm just coming from that way. The hills and the wind combined are just making it difficult on me. There's a van that caught on fire. I found a boat on the side of the road. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like it's worth figuring out how to get it out of there. Someone destroyed that thing. The clouds have definitely changed from those little wispy windblown clouds to something a little more menacing looking. On the plus side, I don't have this harsh sunlight cooking me while I'm climbing. But I am a little worried I'm gonna get rained on, but not too bad. I'm not too worried about it. These clouds are probably not rain clouds. Well, this one's completely fire damaged. I've never been on this road before, on a bike or a car. So this is all new to me. There's a little reservoir with some water in it. So quiet back here. All I've been hearing is birds. So I'm out here in the middle of nowhere on a back road of a back road. And I find a dump site. Someone just has to go and dump things out in the wild. Why? I don't understand. I've just been climbing. But there is literally nothing around. There's nothing on this road. It's fantastic. Nothing but birds and peace and quiet. And a gravel road winding down it. And views. This is amazing. I love it when you get high above things and you can see the views. Whoa. I'm getting little flashbacks. I feel like I have been on this road before in our truck. It gets really bad if this is the right road. It gets very, very rocky and steep. And it's getting steeper and steeper. Oh, it just keeps climbing. So this is the whole panoramic view of this area I'm in. I can't do it while I'm biking because I'm climbing too much. I'm barely able to stay on the road. Okay, so I've been coming up this road and then takes a turn and keeps on going. Man, I'm so thankful for my lungs and my legs and my heart. Oh, I think I made it to the top. Whew, what a view. That's Mount Nebo. I made it to the top. Okay, I'm actually not going on the full length of this road because I need to get back home. When my husband gets home from work, we're gonna work in our storage unit. But I'm gonna stop here, enjoy the view and have my lunch, and then turn around and head back down. This would be an amazing place to camp. Super quiet, nothing around, good views. This is a little side road up to a locked gate. Yeah, I could camp here for sure. It does look like it's starting to rain a little bit over there on the other side of the valley. That whole time I was climbing up the hill, the clouds were keeping the sun off me. I definitely appreciated that. Now that I'm at the top, the sun's back out. And that's fine, because I'll be going downhill and it's going to be chilly. So I'm fine with it being out now. Perfect timing. I don't usually have that kind of luck, but I had it today. So I grew up in Utah, but I grew up in a city. And when I left here to marry my husband, I moved out to Georgia. And Georgia has nothing like this. Now all I wanted to do was get back here. And it took me 9 years to get back, but we had to move back to Georgia. And then it took me a few more years to get back to Utah. And this is the area that we found a cabin by luck. We had no idea that this place even existed. Oh, I just ate a sandwich and I don't feel good all of a sudden. Oh man, that hurts. Anyway, we just by luck happened to find this cabin in this place we'd never heard of before. And it's been amazing. We both love it here. He doesn't do anything outdoorsy, but he still likes it here because he also likes not having a bunch of neighbors and the traffic's light, and it's just nice to be out here. Unfortunately for him, his job is up north, so he has to travel up to where everything is. But anyway, we're just so lucky to have found this area. We have had to move away, but we came back. That's when we lived in our RV. We bought a property up on the mountain because it was in the area we wanted to be in. And finally, we're able to find a house after 3 years of living in the RV. But even then, all that time, I had no idea that this kind of stuff was out here. I just had no idea till I started exploring on my bike. I love it so much. I've been going downhill and my ears are ringing from the wind noise. I do have a tailwind now though, instead of the headwind I was fighting going up, so that's nice. I'm a little chilled from going downhill so fast, but it's fine. It's not that bad. I have a windbreaker with me if I need it. So now I'm on the first road I was on, but I'm realizing now it would have been a lot easier to continue on this road than it would have been to turn onto the little back road I was on, climbing over the mountain, because this road kind of stays near the bottom of the mountain. Oh well. I was making really fast progress when 3 side-by-sides with teenagers in them were riding beside me. And I was in huge dust clouds, but they were slowed down, at least. So they didn't do it as bad as they could have to me. But the funnest part was, or like the fastest part of the downhill that I felt comfortable doing. Ah! Whoa! Oh, sorry about that. I hit some washboard. Anyway, when I was going the fastest was when they found me. They came down off of the road I was on. There's that cement block building I stopped at near the beginning of the ride, taking a little shortcut, bypassing that section of the road. Whew. I'm a little toasty. But this has been a great ride. I've loved it, even though it was difficult. Getting ready to finish up the last climb of this ride. I'm not even gonna get 20 miles out of this ride, but I've been on the bike for almost 3 hours, I think. So I'm on the old road, the one that has the stone tunnel underneath it, just to check it out. It is a road. But, and that's the road I came in on. I will meet back up with that, I assume. Well, this road might not lead back to the other one. It's kind of looking like it's not leading back to the other one. It's Salt Lick. Well, I'll see where it goes. It's just a nice, practically even, no big climbs or downhills. Have no idea what this is for. Probably won't lead me to anything. That's all right. It's a fun little detour. Well, maybe it will lead back to that road. Just not where I was expecting it to. And it still might not. So I looked it up on Google Maps, and it looks like it goes, if not all the way to where I parked, just shy of it, and I can pick my way through because, as you can see, there's not a lot of growth. So I won't be bushwhacking or anything. I'll just be walking across a field. So yeah, I'm gonna keep going. Well, I spoke too soon. I see the road right there, but I can't get to it. So I've got to turn around. It wasn't too many miles. Max 2, but I don't think it was quite that long. So, and like I said, there was no real climbing or downhill, so it'll be a pretty easy ride back to the road. And like usual, I've got an amazing view, so that works out just fine for me. see a meadowlark. It's flying away. Oh, you can see my road I'm on. Climb, climb, climb. It's all right. I just take my time. I can do it. Well, I did my final climb. Now I've just got a little bit of flattish riding to go before I get back to my car. But I am gonna head home after that. I was thinking about doing the other one that I did yesterday but didn't get very far on. But I've climbed enough for today. So I'm gonna be happy with what I have done already. Well, there's the paved road, but I actually found a way I don't have to use it. I didn't know there was a road that connects to that rest stop. It's a dirt road. So I'm taking it. Well, that's it for this ride. Back to my car now. So I will see you next time. And until then, get outside and go down roads you've never gone before. Or at least roads you don't remember going down before.